Right, so for the goggles and headphones, hold on, let me hold up the goggles too. So let's start with the goggles. So what I did for these here goggles was I cut a styrofoam ball in half. That might be super hard to do. Honestly, this was a pain to do. I had to sort of scoop out the inside so it would go over my ear, and I sort of did a hack job of it. So I'm sure there's a better way. But what you want is some way to get this dome shape. What I did was once I had the dome shape, I painted it, and then I wrapped some craft foam around this part to give it that sort of raised area of Usopp's headphones. Now for the foam, I took a marker cap and just stabbed it so I could get little circles in his headphones. I know in the anime and the stage show at Universal, these things are raised rather than being just circular indents. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. Here, I could definitely do a cleaner job by a distance. It looks fine. This is really this right here is a foam hairband that I'm sorry. This right here is a hairband wrapped in craft foam, and everything's put together with hot glue. And I've over time I've worked with some contact cement in certain places. You don't want to use contact cement on the styrofoam ball itself though, because the acetone in it will dissolve it, and we don't want that. For the goggles, I really just bought some red lensed goggles and then painted them very carefully. It's still a little bit messy, but let's call that bowel damage. And I went over it with some Mod Podge. Then for the straps, originally they were black. What I did was I took the same elastic they used for the waistband and just painted it so I could get the white goggle strap that Usopp has. And I think it turned out pretty well. And for the armband, it's really just a sock. It's not fancy. I think it looks really good though, personally. So I like this arm sock because it's elastic. So, and I use acrylic paint to sort of just paint it, and I blocked it off with scotch tape. What this does is because of its elasticity, it gives contour to your arm. I think that looks really good. This the edges of the sock are a little frayed. I think that adds like a lot of character to it. You want to keep this part, the top of like a normal sock, just around your wrist, just because it looks really clean. That's just how I like to do it. Now for the hat, let me grab. I've been using this hat for a long time. I think I could definitely make a hat like this, but in a pinch, this was great. I just bought off Amazon. At the time, I didn't have the skills to make a hat, so I just bought it and worked perfectly fine. I'm not wild about like how the shape. It's a little more domey, and Usopp's hat has those little ridges, but it's good enough. And what I do with this hat is I attach a jumbo afro to it. That's really the only afro that I would ever use for, say, a Brook cosplay, or how much Usopp has a lot of hair, so this jumbo afro works perfectly fine. Now, right now, I use sort of like this curly lace front wig that I styled a little bit. That look is super good, in my opinion. I use it when I want to go, hatless, so more natural Usopp look. I think it looks pretty good. I like it a lot, and it's not too top heavy, so it's not falling off of me. And I have black hair, so it generally looks pretty good on me. Also, with this jumbo afro wig, I've been sort of snipping pieces off of it over years and using it to do the soul patch. So I don't paint on the soul patch. What I do is I'll take a double-sided adhesive, like fabric adhesive, or maybe something like Cause Bond, just stick a little bit of hair on it, and then just press it down my chin before I do my makeup. And it looks so natural. And I trim it a little bit if there's like a stray hair or something. It looks really good because it's real. It's hair. It's pretty sick. And subscribe for the Kabuto.